How do you usually start your day?
I usually start my day by waking up early, around 6 a.m., and then I go for a quick jog to get energized.
What's your morning routine like?
My morning routine involves showering, having a healthy breakfast, and checking my emails before heading to work.
Do you prefer coffee or tea in the morning?
I'm definitely a coffee person. I can't start my day without a good cup of coffee.
What time do you usually go to bed?
I try to go to bed around 10 p.m. to ensure I get a good night's sleep.
How do you unwind after a long day?
After a long day, I like to relax by reading a book or watching a movie.
What's your favorite way to exercise?
I enjoy going to the gym and doing a mix of cardio and strength training.
Do you have any morning rituals that you follow without fail?
One morning ritual I follow without fail is taking a few minutes for meditation to clear my mind.
What's your go-to breakfast?
I usually have oatmeal with fruits and a cup of green tea for breakfast.
How do you stay organized during the day?
I rely heavily on my to-do list and calendar to stay organized throughout the day.
What's the first thing you do when you get to work?
The first thing I do when I get to work is check my emails and prioritize tasks for the day.
How do you handle stress at work?
I take short breaks, practice deep breathing, and sometimes go for a walk to manage work-related stress.
What's your favorite time-saving hack?
I use productivity apps to help me manage my time and stay focused on tasks.
Do you have any evening routines?
In the evening, I like to wind down by spending time with family, cooking dinner, and maybe catching up on some TV shows.
What's your favorite way to relax on the weekends?
On the weekends, I enjoy spending time outdoors, whether it's hiking, biking, or just taking a leisurely stroll.
How do you stay motivated on a Monday morning?
I start my Monday with a positive mindset, set achievable goals for the day, and remind myself of the bigger picture. What's your guilty pleasure snack?
I have a weakness for chocolate, especially dark chocolate.
How do you handle distractions during the day?
I try to eliminate distractions by setting specific work hours and creating a dedicated workspace.
What's the last thing you do before going to bed?
The last thing I do before going to bed is read a few pages of a book to relax my mind.
How do you stay energized in the afternoon?
I have a light, healthy snack in the afternoon, like a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts, to keep my energy levels up.
What's your favorite way to spend your lunch break?
I like to spend my lunch break taking a short walk outside or chatting with colleagues to break up the day. How do you stay focused when working from home?
I create a dedicated workspace, stick to a schedule, and take short breaks to stay focused while working from home.
Do you plan your meals for the week?
Yes, I usually plan my meals for the week to ensure I eat a balanced and nutritious diet.
How do you prioritize tasks on a busy day?
I prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance, tackling the most critical ones first.
What's your favorite way to distress after a challenging day?
I like to distress by practicing mindfulness meditation or doing some gentle yoga.
Do you have a bedtime routine?
My bedtime routine includes dimming the lights, turning off electronic devices, and spending a few minutes reflecting on the day.
How do you stay inspired throughout the week? I stay inspired by setting goals, surrounding myself with positive influences, and seeking new challenges. What's your favorite part of the day? My favorite part of the day is the early morning when everything is quiet, and I can focus on personal development activities. Do you have a favorite podcast or audiobook for your commute? I enjoy listening to motivational podcasts or educational audiobooks during my commute. How do you handle changes to your routine? I try to adapt quickly to changes in my routine by staying flexible and adjusting my plans accordingly. What's your strategy for staying productive on a lazy day? On a lazy day, I break my tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks and reward myself with short breaks. Do you have a morning playlist?
Yes, I have a morning playlist with upbeat and motivational songs to kickstart my day.
How do you stay connected with friends and family during the week?
I make it a point to schedule regular phone calls or video chats with friends and family to stay connected.
What's your favorite type of exercise?
I enjoy a variety of exercises, but I particularly like high-intensity interval training for its efficiency.
Do you set specific goals for the week?
Yes, I set specific, achievable goals for the week to stay focused and motivated.
How do you stay creative in your daily life?
I stay creative by trying new activities, exploring new hobbies, and exposing myself to different forms of art. What's your favorite memory from this week so far?
My favorite memory from this week was spending quality time with friends over dinner and sharing laughter.
What's your favorite way to unwind on a Sunday evening?
On a Sunday evening, I like to unwind by reading a book, having a warm cup of tea, and preparing for the week ahead.
How do you handle a busy schedule without feeling overwhelmed?
I break my schedule into manageable chunks, prioritize tasks, and make sure to take short breaks to avoid feeling overwhelmed.
What's your favorite work-related achievement this month?
My favorite work-related achievement this month was successfully completing a challenging project ahead of schedule.
Do you have a favorite motivational quote?
Yes, one of my favorite motivational quotes is, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts."
How do you balance work and personal life?
I set boundaries, prioritize tasks, and make sure to allocate time for both work and personal activities.
What's your favorite thing to do on a lazy Sunday?
On a lazy Sunday, I enjoy binge watching a TV series or catching up on movies I've missed.
How do you stay positive during challenging times?
I stay positive by focusing on solutions, practicing gratitude, and seeking support from friends and family.
What's your favorite form of self-care?
My favorite form of self-care is taking a long, relaxing bath with some soothing music.
How do you stay organized with your finances?
I use budgeting apps to track expenses, set financial goals, and regularly review my financial situation. What's your favorite part of your evening routine?
My favorite part of my evening routine is winding down with a good book and a cup of herbal tea.
How do you stay motivated to exercise regularly?
I stay motivated to exercise regularly by finding activities I enjoy and incorporating them into my routine.
What's the most important lesson you've learned this year so far?
The most important lesson I've learned this year is the power of resilience and adaptability in the face of challenges.
How do you stay focused on your goals for the year?
I stay focused on my goals by regularly reviewing and adjusting them, celebrating small victories, and staying committed.
Do you have a favorite book or podcast that has inspired you recently?
I recently read a book on personal development that inspired me to make positive changes in my life.
How do you incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine?
I incorporate mindfulness by practicing meditation, being present in the moment, and practicing gratitude.
What's your favorite way to spend a Saturday morning?
My favorite way to spend a Saturday morning is going for a leisurely brunch with friends or family.
How do you handle setbacks in your daily routine?
I view setbacks as opportunities to learn and improve, adjusting my approach and staying focused on long-term goals.
What's your favorite way to give back to the community?
I enjoy volunteering for local charities and participating in community events to give back.
How do you stay connected with your passions and hobbies?
I make time for my passions and hobbies by scheduling dedicated periods in my week for these activities. What's your favorite form of exercise that doesn't feel like a workout?
Dancing is my favorite form of exercise that doesn't feel like a workout. It's fun and a great stress reliever.
How do you stay organized with your personal and professional goals?
I use a combination of digital tools and a physical planner to stay organized and track progress toward my goals.
What's your favorite way to learn something new?
I enjoy learning through online courses, podcasts, and by engaging in discussions with experts in the field.
How do you stay disciplined when working on a long-term project?
I break down the project into smaller tasks, set milestones, and reward myself when reaching each milestone to stay disciplined.
Do you have a favorite podcast episode or TED Talk that has left an impact on you?
Yes, there's a TED Talk on resilience that left a lasting impact on me. It reminded me of the importance of bouncing back from challenges.
How do you keep your workspace organized?
I declutter my workspace regularly, use organizers for documents and stationery, and keep only essential items on my desk.
What's your favorite way to stay active when the weather is nice?
I love taking advantage of nice weather by going for a hike, bike ride, or having a picnic in the park.
How do you stay creative when faced with a lack of inspiration?
I take a break and engage in activities outside my usual routine, such as visiting a museum or trying a new hobby.
What's your favorite hobby that you make time for regularly?
Photography is my favorite hobby, and I make sure to dedicate time to capture moments and express my creativity.
How do you stay connected with friends who live far away?
I stay connected with friends through regular video calls, messages, and by planning visits when possible.
What's your favorite way to practice gratitude?
I practice gratitude by keeping a journal and writing down 3 things I'm grateful for every day.
How do you manage your time when juggling multiple responsibilities?
I prioritize tasks, set realistic deadlines, and delegate when possible to effectively manage multiple responsibilities.
What's your favorite type of self-care activity after a challenging day?
After a challenging day, I like to unwind with a soothing bath, practice mindfulness, and get a good night's sleep.
How do you stay organized with your personal documents and paperwork?
I use a filing system to organize personal documents and review them periodically to ensure everything is up to date.
Do you have a favorite inspirational podcast that you listen to regularly?
Yes, I have a favorite inspirational podcast that features interviews with successful individuals from various fields.
What's your favorite type of exercise that you can do at home?
I enjoy doing yoga at home. It helps me relax, improve flexibility, and maintain overall well-being.
How do you stay mindful of your health and well-being?
I stay mindful of my health by scheduling regular checkups, eating a balanced diet, and staying active.
What's your favorite way to celebrate small victories during the week?
I celebrate small victories by treating myself to something I enjoy, whether it's a special meal or some leisure time.
How do you maintain a positive mindset during challenging times?
I maintain a positive mindset by focusing on solutions, surrounding myself with positivity, and seeking support when needed.
What's your favorite way to connect with nature?
I enjoy connecting with nature by going for hikes, picnics in the park, or simply taking a walk in a natural setting. How do you handle a day when everything seems to go wrong? I take a step back, reevaluate my priorities, and focus on addressing one challenge at a time to regain control of the situation. Do you have a favorite way to practice mindfulness during a busy day? Taking short breaks for deep breathing exercises and quick mindfulness sessions help me stay centered during a busy day. What's your favorite home-cooked meal that you enjoy making? I love making homemade pasta with a fresh tomato sauce and a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. How do you stay connected with industry trends in your profession? I stay connected with industry trends by regularly reading relevant publications, attending conferences, and networking with professionals. What's your favorite form of creative expression? Writing is my favorite form of creative expression. It allows me to articulate my thoughts and explore my imagination. How do you make time for hobbies and interests outside of work?
I schedule dedicated time for hobbies, ensuring a healthy balance between work and personal interests.
What's your favorite way to stay active indoors?
I like doing home workouts or following online fitness classes.
How do you set and achieve your goals?
I break down my goals into smaller tasks and create a plan to accomplish them step by step.
What's your favorite type of exercise?
I enjoy running or doing yoga.
Do you have a favorite work or study spot?
I prefer working in a quiet and well-lit space.
How do you plan your weekends?
I usually plan a mix of relaxation and social activities. Whether it's trying out at new restaurants or spending time outdoors, I like to make the most of my weekends.
Do you have a favorite way to spend Sunday evenings?
I like to prepare for the upcoming week by reviewing my schedule and setting goals. It helps me start Monday with a clear plan in mind.
How do you handle unexpected changes in your routine?
I try to stay adaptable and focus on what I can control. It's important not to let unexpected changes derail the entire day.
What's your favorite thing about your daily routine?
I appreciate the sense of structure it provides. Having a routine helps me stay organized and productive.
How do you incorporate mindfulness into your day?
I practice mindfulness through short meditation sessions or simply by being fully present in whatever I'm doing, whether it's eating, walking, or working.
How do you prioritize your tasks for the day?
I prioritize based on deadlines and importance, tackling high priority items first.
How do you manage stress during busy work periods?
I take short breaks, practice deep breathing, and focus on one task at a time to manage stress.
Can you describe a recent project you've been working on?
Certainly. I've been working on a marketing campaign, coordinating with the team to launch it next month.
How do you handle a task that you find challenging or unfamiliar?
I usually break it down into smaller steps, research if needed, and seek guidance from colleagues if it's a team effort.
What tools or software do you use most frequently for your work? I use tools like Microsoft Office, Slack, and project management software regularly.
How do you spend your coffee or tea breaks at the office?
I usually take a short walk or chat with colleagues to refresh my mind.
Where do you usually have lunch, and what's your go-to lunch?
I either bring lunch from home or grab something from nearby cafes. My go-to is usually a salad or a sandwich.
How do you manage time during lunch breaks?
I try to take a proper break, stepping away from my desk to recharge for the afternoon.
Do you engage in any non-work-related activities during breaks?
Yes, sometimes I read a book or catch up on personal emails during breaks.
How do you manage afternoon energy slumps?
I either take a short break, have a healthy snack, or switch to a different task to stay engaged.